Last time on is Hypnosis, the Key to Success. I chatted with my good friend Jay on if it is possible for everyone to find success just by changing their subconscious mind.
Like, well, maybe it's something deeper than that, and if it can be healed or corrected, then we all can find success, right?
And in this video, I chatted with Charles Buckingham, a local hypnotherapist, and he suggested a different tactic outside of hypnosis that I didn't think about, but was an amazing idea.
Sometimes you have those moments where it's like epiphany. That right there really is genius. I never thought, I knew of that tactic from Neville Goddard of a revision, but I never thought about using it in that way. Mm-hmm. That is genius.
There it is.
So, about to take a shot. We are enduring an allergic reaction right now. Ate something that I didn't know what it was, but it said it was gluten-free. I thought I was being careful, but in hindsight is always 20/20. I'm real itchy right now. My neck is red, my body is red. So we're gonna take this Black Magic detoxifying charcoal shot. Hopefully it helps. I already took some charcoal. I'm still feeling it, so bottoms up. Tomorrow we have tomorrow I'm actually doing an interview with a local hypnotist or hypnotherapist. I'm not quite sure what the correct terminology is for it, but it's a local. I'm trying to schedule a Zoom call, but it's being really crappy right now. Colorado Springs Hypnosis Ltd. ColoradoSpringsHypnosis.com. So that would be fun. I thought it would be interesting to kind of share. Let me get my tea. Well, never mind. The water never got hot. I don't know what's going on. But, I thought it'd be interesting to share a little bit about my experience, because I actually had my subconscious blocks diagnosed by a coach that gave me what's been blocking some of the things in my life, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. But so I've been prescribed, what are they called? Affirmations, but it's under binaural beats. I am so screwing this up, but it's under binaural beats. And so I've been prescribed certain affirmations to start doing. I've been doing them for about 10 days at this point, and saying certain things out loud. I need to use my outer voice is what I was told. And I personally started doing it in the mirror because I feel like it would be more effective. And I wanted to see after the 10 days, I think it's supposed to take longer because it's somewhat like hypnosis, but it's supposed to be like for 90 days is what he said. And I wanted to see if there was going to be some changes. And I have to say, honestly, I have been seeing some upward trajectory in my business and in life. So that's been great. And it's hard to say if it's because of the affirmations or something else. Tides are changing, but I really think that I just feel better. So I don't know, and I'm interested to talk with Charles tomorrow about that, because I personally would love to to get hypnotized, but I have to be honest, I don't like to give up that kind of control. Like, that kind of scares me, to be honest. So the affirmations for me at this point feels safer, um, which is ironic because I'm doing this whole series on if hypnosis is the key to success. But from what I've been seeing, I've just been seeing a lot more things moving, and it's exciting, and I'm excited. I feel good about the future. It's interesting. Life is so interesting. So and I also have been actually writing every day, and that's been helping as well. I've been doing that for a while, like scripting, and I have a video on scripting as well. But now with me knowing exactly what's blocking me, like what is my issue, I can really hone in on that and actually correct and heal that part of myself. And I think it's important to heal that part of yourself to see success, because I'm so honestly excited for the future, and I think it's going to be, I know it's going to be amazing. So yeah, so we have an interview tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can try to make this tea. I think I'm feeling a little better. I'm not as itchy. Always check the ingredients if you suffer from food allergies and sensitivities. Just saying. I got 9 minutes. Let's do some social media. So, oh my gosh, happy Wednesday, you guys. So that last story that I posted on my Instagram was actually from Teresa Romer, and I'm a huge fan. So on Wednesday, I had something in my business that happened that was pretty incredible. A huge YouTuber and the owner of the largest closet in America shared some of my apparel from my business. So this was a huge deal for me and my business, and I was super excited about it.
Well, hello there.
Okay, the question is, I heard of successful people that are in business, and it seems like it's not talked about a lot, but it seems like people are getting hypnotized, to be honest, for success. And I'm just curious about that, like if that's something, because we hear about that all the time, and I'm wondering if that's the key to success, really.
Um, I think to an extent, it definitely is. So, um, hypnosis is a very interesting topic, because when people think about hypnosis, they think about the traditional, like, okay, sleep now, eyes closed, that whole thing, um, which is, generally what I do. However, like, when it comes to hypnosis, what we're doing is we're using techniques to help people accept suggestions, right? So, and I'm not going to do a whole thing of the mind, but one of the parts of the mind that I tell people about is a part that we call the critical factor.
Study this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so interested to know, because I hear people's stories and how they continue to tell the same story
Mm-hmm.
over and over again. And I'm always interested. I'm like, how can you get over this story and start living an amazing life? And I want that for everyone. I'm like, with family and stuff, I'm like, you have the opportunity. And that's why I'm even doing this series, because I want people to know you have the opportunity to change it. You don't have to let that story just continue on and
Nope.
just continue. I think we all can have an amazing life. We can all find success. I'm just wondering what the key is, like what is it that's going to be where people just wake up and they're like, wow, oh my gosh, you know?
I think the first step is just being open to new ideas.
I think so too.
Because I think a lot of people when they get stuck, they keep trying to do the same thing over and over again to get unstuck. And then, as their friend, you might be like, oh, well, hey, why don't you try that? And they'll be like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, but they're not actually going to do it. They're not going to try it, right? So I think the more open one can be, the more available all of those resources are going to be.
And I think it's important to let the story go.
Yeah.
I understand that people feel you just don't, like, I hear this all the time, you just don't understand. I like, honestly, everybody's gone through things.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't let that just continue. I'm like, that's the definition of insanity.
Yep.
That story continuing over and over and over again, where you can honestly, I feel you can rewrite that story. You can.
You really can. Yeah. One of the thing. Oh man, one of the things that I do, and I don't do it all the time, but I do it when I work with people that smoke sometimes, is I'll have them go back to their first cigarette in their mind, and I'll have them imagine that they never took it, and then I'll have them watch their whole story where they went through.
And so, if you can't tell by my face, I just had a huge epiphany, and I knew that this would be something that I could definitely use in this series.
Their teenage years and through college and work and everything being exactly the same, except they just never had a cigarette.
You know what that sounds like? Revision.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Neville Goddard with Revision. Have you ever heard of Neville Goddard?
No.
He talks about manifesting and
Yeah.
how to impress the subconscious mind with visualization.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that he talks about is revision and going back to changing that memory where it never happened, and how it really does change your whole trajectory in life.
It really can. It really can. And there are other techniques that are similar where, like, let's say you have someone that is afraid of spiders. You might take them back to that time, and you might take that spider. Do you remember the spider?
I don't know where it came from.
Okay, but you might take them back, and then you'll have the spider put on like a funny hat and be drawn like a cartoon and have funny boots and crazy music or something like that. And then when you change the way that you see that experience, all of a sudden it changes all the experiences that come after that as well. So
I'm wondering if you can do that with business.
with what?
Business.
Sure.
Because because people are like, I failed at this business and I could never do it again.
Well,
So what if you go back in time in memory and then change that? Maybe that might be
they say
what
hindsight.
I need to do.
They say hindsight is 20/20, right? Oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. What if you go back and you see yourself doing that, and you see yourself being successful, and perhaps you decided to sell the business instead, and now you're starting your own business, but you go into that mindset of having already been successful and how easy it is to be successful, being so much smarter than you are now.
Charles, oh wow, that is G. I'm about to get sassy entrepreneur up in here. That's G.
Yeah.
That is a really.
Well, yeah, you can go back and write your story. You have to. You really can't change what happened, but you can change the way you experienced it and the way you feel about it. And then when you change those feelings, then sure, if you don't feel like you failed in your last business, then why would you feel like you're going to fail in your next business?
I like that. Oh my gosh. That is so interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm going to go with this episode.
Sounds good.
Sometimes you have those moments where it's like epiphany. That right there really is genius. I never thought, I knew of that tactic from Neville Goddard of revision, but I never thought about using it in that way.
Mm-hmm.
That is genius. I like it, Charles. I'm so excited.
Well, use it, and I hope all your viewers use it too, and they can go off and be amazing entrepreneurs, because we have too much big business these days anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Yeah, no problem.
So I just got through doing an interview with Charles, and I have to say, I was getting a little skeptical about whether or not hypnosis is the key to success. But then he mentioned something at the end, which really, really piqued my interest. I had heard of it before, so I think it's time to adjust and modify a little bit, because I think that idea about revision and people with failed past businesses, that actually can be the key for them. Now, not to say that hypnosis is not the key to success, but I think that's kind of a form of hypnosis. We'll see. I don't know, but I think it's worth exploring. So perhaps in the next episode, we will explore revision, changing past experiences, and maybe that will help people be more successful in their businesses. Yes, next episode.